Ini untuk pertanyaan kepada Bro Aizat. Through its regulation and law enforcement officials, the government can effectively tackle radicals and extremism. But as an NGO, what sector can effectively help the government?
I think when we work as an NGO, there are many roles that we can take in order to prevent, especially to prevent extremism. I think something that we have done as an NGO is through education, especially education with young people and community. We try. We try to educate our young people with more progressive or inclusive values in Islam. For example, rahmatan lil alamin, and other principles, inclusive principles that we that can promote coexistence and tolerance between religions and also races. But not only just that, we also promote coexistence or tolerance between mazhab or sects in Islam, between Sunni and Shia, Sunni and Ahmadiyya, and all that. So what we can do is through capacity building, like workshops, like these webinars, continue to educate the public about alternative or more inclusive interpretations of religion, because I think this has been discussed before, how extremists or terrorists, even terrorist groups, especially the extremist groups, they use social media a lot to post videos or even posters, and you can see some of the comments on social media are hateful, are very, they very disappointing, coercion or violence even on social media. So I think what we can do is that we should increase our presence on social media. Because that's where the information is coming from. I think if you are a person who is familiar with the social media, if you have a big influence in your own community, you should try your best to promote alternative or positive narratives on social media. That's what we have been doing. And also we should also support the enforcement or government agencies in preventing extremism, by working with these enforcement, like the police, in educating them as well. Because, for example, the police or the government cannot think that sometimes in Malaysia, for example, they don't think that some groups who spread hate and violence against other people, for example, vote only Muslims, don't vote for non-Muslims. This kind of campaign, they don't think that's an intolerant or that's an extreme action or narrative. So we try to educate government as well, that trying to say that yes, this is also part of intolerance, and we need to do something about it. When we say that we need to do something about it, not necessarily that we put them in jail. No, we try to give better solutions, more holistic solutions, like education, and have more integration in schools, exposure, between religions and races. I think that's all from me.